Hello scholars, welcome back to my YouTube channel English Odyssey. My name is Mahi and today we are going to discuss the BEGE 144 Understanding the Novel Solve Assignment 2025 and 2026 session. This assignment is for both BA English Honors and General students. So let's start with section A. In section A, we have a total 4 short note questions and we have to answer each question in about 100 words. So let's start with our first question, plot. Plot refers to the organized sequence of events in a novel. In simple words, plot tells us what happens in the story and how one event leads to another. It usually includes different stages like exposition, rising action, climax, and resolution. A good plot keeps the reader interested and also helps in developing the characters, conflict, and themes of the novel. Okay. The second question is types of character. Characters are individuals who take part in the events of a novel. There are different types of characters, such as major and minor characters, protagonist and antagonist, round and flat characters, and dynamic and static characters. Basically, through these characters, we understand the important complexity and development of different characters in a novel. Okay. The third question is form and content. Form and content are two important aspects of a novel. Form means how the story is presented, including its structure, narrative technique, point of view, language, and style. Content means what the novel communicates, including its story, characters, themes, ideas, and conflicts. So simply put, form is how the story is told and content is what the story tells us. And finally, we have first person narrative, our last question of section A. A first person narrative is a storytelling technique in which the narrator uses pronouns like I and we. Usually, the narrator is a character in the story who tells us about their own experiences, thoughts, and feelings. This gives the reader a personal and intimate connection with the story. However, the narrator has limited knowledge and may sometimes be unreliable. So these are the 4 topics given in section A. Now let's move on to section B. Section B has 3 questions and each question carries 20 marks. So let's start with our first question. The first question is basically asking us about the difference between character and characterization, which refers to Edna from Cave the Awakening. So first we need to understand the basic difference. Characters means the fictional person in the story, whereas characterization means the techniques used by the writer to create and develop the character. In The Awakening, Edna is the central character. Kate develops her character through her actions, relationships, thoughts, dialogue, and changing behavior. Edna starts questioning the traditional role of a wife and, and mother and gradually seeks independence and self-expression. Thus, see her paintings, her relationships, and her decision to live independently all contribute to her characterization. So while Edna is the character, the different techniques uses to present her personality are her characterization. Now let's move to our second question. This question asks us about importance of song and colloquial language in Praja. The songs in Praja are closely connected with the culture, traditions, and emotional life of the tribal community. They express feelings of love, happiness, sorrow, and community life while also showing the people's close relationship with nature. Similarly, the use of colloquial language makes the characters and their word feel more natural and authentic. It reflects their social and cultural background and preserves their distinct identity. So both songs and colloquial language play an important role in making Praja realistic, culturally rich and emotionally powerful. Now let's come to our third and final question of section B. The question is based on the statement that Okonkwo was one of the greatest men of Umuofia. From Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart. We have to discuss to what extent we agree with this statement. Okonkwo was certainly one of the most respected and powerful men of Umuofia. He was a successful farmer, a great wrestler, and a man known for his strength, courage, and hard work. However, his character also has serious flaws. His fear of appearing weak, his harsh treatment of Noi, and his role in Funa's death show his inability to control his emotion and understand others. When colonial forces and Christianity enter Umuofia, Okonkwo is unable to adapt to the changing situation. His final action ultimately lead to his tragic end. Therefore, we can call Okonkwo a great and powerful man, but his greatness is complicated by his rigidity and tragic flaws. This is what makes him tragic hero of the novel. So, and with this, we have successfully completed the BEGE 144 Understanding the Novel. I hope this video made the assignment easier for you and helped you understand each question and its answer in a simple way. If you found this video helpful, do like the video, subscribe to English Odyssey and share it with your fellow IGNOU student who might need it. Keep studying, keep learning, and most important, don't stress about your assignment. Okay? So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and keep learning. Bye bye.